Have you been considering buying a home for the first time? Or maybe you're just interested in learning more about the home buying process. Well, in this video, I have 3 major mistakes that you should avoid as a first-time home buyer. Keep watching to find out. Hey everyone, it's Fatimat Mohammed with eXp Realty, and I'm gonna jump right into the video, okay? The first mistake that you should avoid when beginning your home buying process is being afraid to get a second opinion on your pre-approval for your mortgage. Now, granted, there are a lot of amazing lenders out there that know exactly what they're doing. However, every mortgage company is a little bit different, okay? They all have different programs, they all have different requirements, and you're not gonna really know if you have the best option unless you give yourself another option. So once you get your pre-approval or you're getting prepared for the home buying process, go and maybe ask your realtor or look into another mortgage lender or different company just to compare what they're offering you to see if it's the best option. Some places they have higher or lower interest rates, or they require you to have a higher credit score to be able to qualify. Some other companies have programs specifically for first-time home buyers or down payment assistance. There's a lot of different things out there, but you're not really gonna know what resources are available to you if you don't shop around. Now, I'm not saying go and talk to 6 or 7 different mortgage lenders. It's not really necessary, okay? But find at least 2, maybe even 3. 3 is not even necessary, but at least compare one other option to what the mortgage lender or pre-approval that you're gonna be getting so that you know what to compare it to. It just never hurts to be able to get a second opinion when you're gonna be making one of the biggest decisions probably in your lifetime by purchasing a home for the first time, okay? The second mistake that home buyers should avoid when purchasing a property or getting ready to purchase a property is not having enough money in savings. And when I mean not enough money, of course you want to have your money for your closing costs, for your down payment, and any other fees that will incur while you're doing the transaction. But you don't want to have just that amount. Let's say, for example, your down payment, your closing costs, everything total is $13,000. I'm just throwing that number out there. Every property, every city is going to be a little bit different depending on what market you're in, right? But let's just use that number as a random example. Let's say $13,000, but you have $13,500 in savings. Is that really smart to only just, try to move forward with just that amount? I say not necessarily, because you never know what could happen during the process. You never know what could happen after you close on the property. You don't want to have just that specific amount in your savings account to be able to close. Now, ideally, people say, oh, they have this amount, then they're ready and everything. But if you don't have at least an additional amount for unexpected situations, then you might put yourself in a circumstance that you're not prepared for. Not saying that something bad is going to happen once you close, but you just never know. Something else could be going on with the property that pops up at the last minute. Something could happen to your car. You could end up losing your job the next day after you close. And I'm not trying to be negative and just put all this crazy situation stuff out there, but you have to be prepared, be realistic, and expect the unexpected. You would never want yourself to be in a position where you only have just enough, barely making it to the closing table, and then something, boom, happens right after you close, and now you have yourself in another situation. So just make sure that when you are considering purchasing a home or you're getting ready to start the process of buying a home, that you have, once after you speak to your mortgage lender, of course, because they're going to help you with the financial aspect of everything, help you look over your numbers, give you an idea of how much it's going to cost for your down payment and your closing costs and everything, and just try to have a little bit more than that, because you just never know what could happen. And last but certainly not least, the third mistake to avoid when buying a home is not taking time to sit down and have a search criteria before you actually start your property search. Now, granted, you might go online and see all these nice houses. Okay, you figured you have your pre-approval, you're just gonna search within that price range. No, no. You have to take the time to sit down and write out everything that you want in a property. Now, it's not always a guarantee that you're gonna get every little thing that you want, okay? It just doesn't work that way all the time. But you want to narrow it down as much as possible. It'll save you some time, and it'll also save your realtor some time, okay? You don't want to go out, start looking at all these properties just to find out they don't really have what you want. Do you know what school district you want to be in if you have children? If you're not concerned with the school district, do you need to be near public transportation? Do you want to be near the city, or do you want to make sure that you have land, or you want a backyard, or you want a deck, or you want a basement? Like all these different options, right? If you don't take the time to really sit down and figure that out, it's gonna make the home buying process a little bit more strenuous, because you're gonna find yourself going and looking at all of these properties that just end up being not what you want. You're gonna get tired of searching, you're gonna get frustrated because you're like, oh, I'm looking at this house, you're going to this town, you're going all over the place, and you're just not really getting anywhere. So the more time you take to sit and narrow down exactly what you want, it's easier for you and your realtor to be able to go to places that actually match what you're looking for, and you'll have a higher probability of actually finding the property that you want to put an offer in on. So there you have it. Those are my 3 mistakes to avoid when purchasing a home. And this is actually going to be a part 1 of a few different videos, because there's a lot of things that you could avoid during the home buying process, and I just want to be able to be here to help inform you and educate you along the way. All right, if you like this video, or if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below. Subscribe to my channel if you want more information or tips on real estate, the home buying process, or even for home sellers, or maybe you're renting and you're interested in purchasing in the future. Look, it never hurts to educate yourself way ahead of time, because it's always better to be prepared than not. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. My hair keeps moving. Trucks. And last but certainly not least, tip number 3, avoiding, nope, that's not what I said. It's not a tip. I don't know if this plane is gonna get picked up in this video.